With motivational interviewing comes change talk. And change talk is incredibly vital to the brief intervention phase of SBIRT. This portion allows you to have a meaningful dialogue, meaningful conversation with the individual who you're screening, your client, and talk about different ways that they may be willing to make changes. All right. And having a tool, a gauge, a scale, something that will give that person a visualization and also something that they can point out on a scale of 1 to 10 where they may lay is really important. And that's where the readiness ruler comes into play. All right. So the readiness ruler is a fantastic tool. And depending on the day, depending on the person, you may have people who report no readiness to change. Others will be 9 to 10. And then there's going to be some people who are down here in the lower section, what is traditionally called lower motivation to change. But I don't like to call it that. I like to call that unsure, because unsure is non-threatening. It doesn't put anything on it. It's easy to digest. So when you're going over the screening results with that individual, and they may be scoring that as a high risk or a moderate risk, you can ask, all right, great, we've identified some areas that would benefit to change. Let me ask you, how ready on a scale of 1 to 10 are you to make that change? And that person may say, I guess I'm a 2. All right, great. Well, that's okay. 2's great, because a 2's not a 1. You don't want to focus on that the person's just a 2. Don't respond to, why are you only a 2? You can look at this and be like, well, that's great. That's fantastic. You're a 2. Super. Let me ask you this. Why aren't you a 1? And that person may then share with you. Say, well, last time I went out with my friends, and I've had a little too much to drink, and I said a few things that I wasn't really, proud of, and I embarrassed myself, and I kind of don't want to do that again. And I said, okay, well, that's great. Well, let's look at, what changes are you willing to consider? And that person may then say, well, I guess I could, have a few less beverages. Wow, that sounds like you've really thought about it. It's a great idea. How important is that for you to maybe have a few less beverages next time you go out? And that person may now say, well, it's probably like a 6 or a 7, I guess. Wow, great. Okay, super. So it sounds to me like it's really important for you to reduce the amount that you drink when you go out. And this is where you can talk about having a plan. But in the meantime, you can talk about their confidence. Great. So you're telling me that you've identified what you want to change. You've talked about the importance of it. How confident are you that you're able to make this change? And this is where that person has the opportunity to express themselves again. They may say, oh, well, I know I can do it. It's just a matter of doing it. I'm probably like an 8 or a 9. Super. Great. So let's look at some things that you may want to implement the next time you go out. And that's how you use the readiness ruler. It's easy, it's quick, it helps a person identify what changes they're considering, the importance of them, and helps them remember and remind themselves that they can do it. It builds their confidence. So find out more about other SBIRT tools. Click on the links below to explore other videos and other tools available.